Hey everybody, it's Chainsaw Reacts back once again, another reaction for you guys. Take out, of course, we are continuing the Avengers, Earth's Mightiest Heroes. This is Season 2, Episode 19, and I'm not sure about this title. Emperor Stark. I'm not really sure about that. Like, that doesn't sound good at all. When I hear that title, I'm thinking an evil version of Tony. Like, we've seen several versions of that already. Like, we saw evil version of Tony when the Skrulls were invading. We had the entire roster of the Avengers as Skrulls, and like, that's an evil Stark. Most recently, we had Ultron basically creating like robotic, some kind of versions of the Avengers, evil versions. There was an evil Tony at the very beginning of that episode. So, I don't know. Or maybe he's being accused of taking over the world, or like his company or something. I'm trying to think of like what that means specifically, Emperor Stark. Because nothing's really clicking in my head where I read that title, I'm like, this is what this is. Like, I don't know for sure, but I'm curious to see what this is all about. I mean, I'm not afraid of what's going to happen here, because like the show's going to deliver. Because like, to me, every single episode has had something interesting to say, and I've loved pretty much every single episode. Like, I can't think of one episode I've seen so far of the show that I haven't liked. Powerless a couple episodes ago, which apparently didn't air at all. It was okay, but I didn't hate it or I didn't dislike it. I've liked pretty much everything they've delivered on stuff. I mean, the show is phenomenal. Why'd they cancel it? I don't know. Last episode, of course, was Yellow Jacket, the whole reveal that Hank has now become a new character. And that's the thing, too. I've been wondering if we're going to be seeing Yellow Jacket again, because technically he wasn't officially not going to be a part of the Avengers. Like, Tony was saying no, but I feel like he may turn around. But then the very next episode is Emperor Stark. Like, I don't know. But then again, it seems for the most part, well, I think most of the Avengers are kind of leads, in a sense, so they're all kind of co-leads. But it feels like Tony overall is kind of the lead over the others, but I'm not really sure. But, you know, they all pretty much get a lot of screen time, so that's really good. So, let's get into it now and see what Emperor Stark is all about, because I have no fucking clue. Here we go. Let's get into it.
Am I being scanned as well? Yeah, sorry about that. We need to be sure that Ultron didn't leave any surprises inside you.
I'm not worried. Vision's his own man now.
I have to give Ultron credit.
We'll see you in 30 days, Vision. Rest easy.
30 days. Not creepy at all. There's no lights on in the house. What the fuck? Creating a bunch of suits? Armor around the world, or whatever that phrase is from the MCU, basically. Why he wanted to create Ultron.
Jarvis.
001, 100, system engagement compromised, but Avengers circuit 01.
Resuming functions. Reboot complete. 25 days ago, Tony Stark created and launched a prototype satellite he designed to generate and transmit free energy to the world. The Stark Energizer. Their mission was to end the war.
But this is like an Elseworlds thing or something, I think. He's not actually in the Avengers yet.
And Captain America is behind you.
Oh! Captain America's behind you. That was a good reveal.
I follow orders.
This is ridiculous.
And you're getting
I think this is like a nightmare he's having or something.
You think I'm fighting for me?
The speech.
My own life? That's why you'll never win.
So something's going on with them. The eye changed.
I agree. It doesn't make sense at all.
Who's this?
You've created the perfect world, Tony. People should just sit back.
Watch it. Ooh. You can do that because it's a robot. There's no human in there. Oh shit, that's a giant fucking fist. My god.
The energy has the same effect on human biology as the power of Zebediah Kilgrave, aka the Purple Man.
Oh!
Oh man, that name.
Oh shit. Really?
Within a small radius around him, the Purple Man can control the wills of other human beings.
So the purple makes sense around Stark Tower.
Everything the Purple Man says without question.
He's trying to fight it.
You're trying to resist me.
Yes, he is.
Aren't you? I should have been able to rule the world with my power. And through you, Stark, that's exactly what I'm doing. You could have had it all. Take them down.
It's good that he's trying to resist,
We need
though.
to fight this on two fronts.
It's good that he's trying to, at least.
You break the
You see the
law,
purple
I
glow.
break you.
Each statement you just made is incorrect.
How you gonna break her?
My apologies. But your file indicates that my laser will not permanently harm you.
My file?
You can fight this.
Oh, shit. Come on.
You've never listened to anyone. Not me. And sure as heck
Exactly.
not Iron Man. And now you're just gonna blindly follow orders? You've never done that in your life.
The Purple Man, he's taken the whole world.
We take it back.
Exactly.
I need you.
Of course, Quintess protected. All of the different type of arrows. That's really good. Thor. Thor.
Your end has come, betrayers. You're being controlled by the Purple Man.
He's been trying to fight it.
Run! But what do you think you're going
You
to
could beat the
do?
shit out of Purple Man, though. I would think.
I control the whole world.
I love how they're showing how strong Thor is over these last few episodes. Like, they're really highlighting how strong he is with his lightning and everything, and how he's not to be fucked with. The music. Jesus.
Sensors indicate multiple Iron Men are guarding the satellite.
That's bad.
Warning. Long-range sensors indicate that Thor is in pursuit.
That's worse.
Increasing density. Current weight, 500 tons.
Oh, shit. Holy fucking shit. God damn. Holy shit. Yep, she turned back again.
I don't know how you tricked me, Hawkeye.
Oh. Nice shot there, sir. Good job. Well, I think Tony was personally affected. Yeah, Tony was personally affected, so it's different than the satellite.
Initiating armor-air filtration system.
Exactly. See, he's hardly a threat besides he can manipulate you.
Please don't.
I can do a lot by wiggling my finger.
That was good.
Everyone was in the same boat as you. He was controlling all of us.
Yep.
No. You shook Purple Man's control. So did the others. And everything Purple Man had me do, it was all inside me. They were all ideas I had. I'm supposed to be the futurist.
I think you were fighting the Purple Man the whole time. I think you hoped the Vision would free me. I know you believe in the future, but I believe in people. And I choose to believe in you, Iron Man.
That is a nice moment. There you have it, guys. Okay. I did not see that coming at all. I really didn't. Because when they first show the Purple Man, Kilgrave, I'm like, who is this guy? Because he was kind of in the dark a little bit, so I couldn't really tell he was purple or whatever. His whole skin was purple. But it never clicked in my head, that's the character, because I'm like, they're never going to have Purple Man on this show. Like, I just don't see it happening. I never thought, hey, when are we going to see Purple Man on this show? Because we've covered a lot of villains and stuff and a lot of heroes on the show so far, but one I didn't think they would cover is this. And they did. Holy crap. And he took control of everything because he used Tony Stark. So smart man. Because I kept thinking, what's the Emperor Stark thing? Like, what exactly does that mean? Like, and then you keep hearing the words about technology. It's like, well, Vision, you know, you're like this, and this is kind of what I would like to do. Like, the way that Vision's able to do stuff or whatever is like sounding like tech. So something happens. So 30 days pass, Vision repairs himself, and he wakes up to a completely different world. And it turns out right after Vision was starting to repair himself and he had to shut down for 30 days, Purple Man somehow got involved with Tony Stark, and then he shows up at Stark Towers, and then everything changes. And so we have the Avengers, essentially, all being under control, of course, and working with Tony. And then everybody in the world is affected because Tony, a couple days after Vision shuts down, says it sends a satellite into space of a new energy, free energy thing. And no, it's Purple Man's abilities to control everybody. And then we have these giant, humongous mechs. Reminds me of Sentinels from the X-Men. running around, and they look just like Tony Stark's armor in a sense, and they're running around basically protecting the world, or protecting, you know, cities and shit. It's crazy. It's crazy. And Yellow Jacket was in the mix. I was like, okay, but at first I was thinking this is like an Elseworlds situation where Vision will actually wake up in 30 days, and this was not true at all. No, this actually happened. And I'm kind of glad they did that too, because, I mean, if this would have been like a nightmare or a Vision had, where it was just like, it really didn't happen, it was just all in Vision's head, I would have accepted it, because it's definitely a very crazy story at first, but then you start to realize the layers of it and how the Purple Man and everything, and okay. So I'm kind of glad they went the route of this actually happened within the continuity of this show, because it adds more layers to all these characters, because everybody was under the influence of Purple Man, and it's like and the thing is too, I kind of wish we would have been introduced to Purple Man sooner than this episode, just because to set him up, because he just took over the entire world. Tony was running the whole entire world essentially, because from what the dialogue said, I have to go back and watch it again, but I'm pretty sure it said the UN all quit so he could run everything. So he's in control. Emperor Stark. So I wish they would have at least established a little bit Purple Man before this episode, just to get us prepared for this major moment. But then again, it might have tipped us off a little bit, because if we would have known about Purple Man coming into the show before this episode, maybe we would have assumed maybe this Purple Man's doing, because that was a nice surprise. It really was. Like, who the fuck is this dude? Wow. I think they did a pretty good job with Purple Man in Jessica Jones' show on Netflix. He was in the first season. They did a pretty good job with him, and great casting as well. But pretty good stuff here, handling his character and having Tony throughout the episode struggle. Like, you can tell he's trying to fight it. And that's good, because it seems like everybody else wasn't able to fight it the way Tony was trying to, at least. And then that Tony was trying, but at one point he broke, and then of course he got brought back in under his, you know, his gift, I guess you could say, which is a really bad gift, but still. But Tony was trying to break in at one point. He told Cap to run. He knew he couldn't stop himself from shooting his beams or whatever out of his fucking arm. He couldn't stop himself from fighting Cap and shooting fucking lasers and shit out of his goddamn hands. But he told Cap to run. Now, I think what's most interesting, we have Vision start the process of turning people. We have him turning Cap with that amazing speech from Ultron Unlimited. Great episode, but that was a good moment to pull back, and then he broke. And then Hawkeye being turned from Cap, because Cap's like, you never listen to anybody. Why in the hell are you listening to him? Turns back. And then Carol luckily turns back, thinking that Cap and Hawkeye are dead. Then she reverts back. I don't know, maybe her willpower, or maybe her, I don't know, her resisting is not as strong as maybe, say, Hawkeye's was. Because as they're getting closer to the satellite, she starts to kind of like, oh no, because it's starting to creep back in, and then she got taken over. But Hawkeye, the fucking badass, getting that shot where it was completely off the mark, but it zigzag, bam, destroy the satellite. Good stuff there. I love the moment at the end where Cap is talking to Tony, because they're completely different people, but Cap is there to support Tony, and I think it was a great moment for those characters, because Tony, understandably, was like, no, I think Purple Man was right. Like, everything that I was doing under his control, I would have done, because those are my ideas too, of things I would like to do. Not to the extent and the way it was handled by Purple Man, but still, like, he's like, that is stuff that I would like, stuff that I could have done. And, you know, Cap's like, you're a futurist. You're all about the future and technology. I'm about the people, and I believe in you. It was a great moment, because Cap has a very different viewpoint than Tony on everything in the world. Because Cap, of course, grew up during the era of the World Wars. And everything that happened with Bucky and all that kind of stuff, and Zemo, it's a whole different scenario than Tony. It's a very different viewpoint. And he was around with, he was fighting the war with Wolverine, before he became Wolverine. But still, like, they have very different viewpoints, and they found a way for Cap to be the man that Tony needed at that moment, to really tell him, look, you have a viewpoint, I have a viewpoint, but I believe in you. I know you're a good man, and this is not what you would have done. Like, you say you have these ideas, but you would not have done it to this extent, or how this was handled. Because if Tony wanted to build a suit of armor around the world, just like how the MCU version does, it would not have went that way, but Purple Man made it that way. So, as Purple Man said, I wanted to take over the world, and now I can through you, Stark. Because that's how Purple Man wants the world to kind of go, was controlling, he has the way to control everything. So, it's good stuff, man. It was good stuff. I really enjoyed it. I like how the Vision's now part of the mix. Now, see, I don't know if this is confirming Yellow Jacket's in the Avengers, because he was also controlled. We hardly saw him in the episode. We saw him in the opening intro, and a brief shot of him towards the beginning. I don't know if this means Yellow Jacket's in the Avengers. I'm not sure if, like, all of this happened in terms of the Purple Man and everything being controlled around when Yellow Jacket's around them. I'm not really sure. I don't know if this means that once we get back to the next episode, whatever that is, that Yellow Jacket will be in the Avengers. I have no idea. Because, I mean, I feel like Hank deserves a spot, but he definitely has a very different approach than he did before. So maybe, I mean, Tony, you know, he said it's too much. So, I don't know. We'll have to wait and see on that. But I'm glad this was a confirmed canon story. This wasn't like a thing that was in Vision's head. I'm glad that they confirmed this was actually happening, because it's a pretty big thing. Great fight scenes too. That moment, real quick, that moment where Vision dropped 500 tons of his body weight onto Thor was fantastic. Fantastic. And then just in general, the action scenes were great in Thor, and using all of his abilities in Thor, using all the lightning and shit, and it was awesome. It's good shit. I love this. I love it. And it's unfortunate we're literally down to the last bit of episodes. It really fucking sucks. But I'm enjoying it as much as I can, even though I'm sad, because it's ending. It's not almost over. It's almost over. It's not over yet. It's almost over. So, what you guys think of this episode of Avengers Earth's Mightiest Heroes? Curious to know your thoughts, guys. Whatever thoughts you have, let me know in the comment section below. Talk to you guys soon.